All right, let me see what breakout room he's in, Jessica. Mr. Cruz, Gabriel Cruz.
What's up, man?
All right, Jessica, you can swear him in.
Don't hurt your guards if I could have talked to you in a second. There's no way to find it.
Jessica, I'm going to send him to breakout room number 4.
Okay, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cruz, go to breakout room number 4.
How do I do that?
Okay, just stay there. Jessica, can you swear him in from here? Just 1 second, Mr. Cruz.
All right, man. Hey, mom, you've been checking the shit out of everybody.
Mr. Cruz,
Crazy.
raise your right hand.
Yeah.
Are you the defendant in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you went over this plea bargain with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
May I say something, please? If the judge is there?
Yes, Miss Long.
I've been sitting here for 3 hours. And I sat in your courtroom for 4 hours.
So what are you trying to say?
I understood that you're going to take a break and go to lunch, or...
Here's the thing. You need to be talking to your attorney about that.
I do.
And that's your attorney, right?
Yeah, I called him.
Yeah, so the court waits for your attorney to appear. I don't know why you act as though somehow this is my fault, and you're telling me you sat in my courtroom for 3 hours and now you've been on the Zoom for 9. How long do you think I've been here? How long do you think the court has been here? And yes, I am taking a break. I am taking a 5 minutes break because I've been here from 9 to 12. And actually, I started my day here in court at 8 a.m. So yes, I deserve to take a 5-minute break.
I didn't understand. Hello? All I want to do is enter a plea of not.
Yes.
Yes.
It means you about the nicest judge I've ever seen. Is a lot of these people are retarded, right? Like, fucking stupid. All right, thank you, mom.
All right, have a good day. All right, the court is going to call 2019.
Used.
Yes, you're excused to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that will close the record. Ms. Reed, you need to make a decision in your life. Obviously, you have drug issues. You need to make sure that you get the help that you need. You can do AA, NA. It's free. It's all throughout the city. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening is you're going to find yourself probably in prison, or worst case scenario, not surviving it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
All right. You too. You're excused. All right. Is there a Ramsey Gonzalez on the screen? Are you Ramsey Gonzalez, number 14E? Is this your client, number 14E?
Judge, when I looked, I believe that's him, but since he's wearing a mask, I couldn't see for sure. But and I also believe his wife is present in the courtroom also, Kimberly Gonzalez.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor, I'm here.
All right, you can talk with your mask on. You just need to say something.
Yeah,
put your mask back on.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, this is Assault Family Second. Is Joe Ray, are you available to do this request for reinstatement of bond?
Yes, Judge, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay. Excuse me, someone needs to mute.
Judge, I send you a chat.
All right, yes, I have that. All right, court is calling 2019 CR 9380, State of Texas versus Ramsey Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
Joey Garcia for the state.
for the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. George Dunbar for the defense, and Mr. Gonzalez is present, Your Honor.
All right, we're proceeding by Zoom because of the pandemic. Any objections to us proceeding by Zoom? State,
No, Your Honor.
defense?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I got distracted from what was that question?
Any objections to this hearing taking
Oh.
place by Zoom?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, do you have any objection to this hearing taking place by Zoom? Please unmute yourself. Do you
No,
have any
ma'am.
objection to this hearing taking place by Zoom?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, state, the defense is requesting that the defendant's bond be reinstated or a reasonable bond be set. Defense, I'll hear your argument.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm trying to print up this court jacket, but this case was originally set during the snowstorm that San Antonio experienced, and so of course the case was the court case was canceled for that docket during that week, and then I believe it was reset or recalled to February 24th.
Yes.
But the problem is that my client, he's never received notice that he was to appear. He was maintaining contact with his attorneys, but they were not being responsive. I believe that there became a dispute between him and his attorneys about whether or not the retainer had been paid. And so he was not aware that he was to appear on February 24th, and he never received any notification on prior to or the day of. And I don't know when notification for the 24th was sent out by the court. That's not doesn't appear on the jacket, so I don't know when. But Your Honor, at the time he was on a GPS requirement, so it's not like he absconded or ran or anything. And what happened was a bond forfeiture was issued on the 24th, and he was immediately picked up right away. Your Honor, but our concern is that he didn't have any kind of notice to appear, and then also he suffers from several health conditions and ailments, which include liver and kidney problems. He's also required to take methadone daily. And Your Honor, when we previously discussed this about the methadone use, I didn't have an answer at that time, but he's not taking methadone for a heroin addiction. His methadone is being used as part of his pain management. And I'll be honest with you, Your Honor, I was not aware of that. But when I talked with my client about it and his wife, I did my own research, and sure enough, methadone is used for pain management. And he's been on methadone for approximately 20 years. He's got, and it's laid out in my motion, Your Honor, but he's on these methadone, duloxetine, alprazolam, pregabalin, alpurinol, and hydrochlorothiazide. I guess that's how you'd say it. And so, as it is right now, he's not getting his methadone for sure. He's not getting actually any of his medications, and he's been.
Okay, so here's my question for you, defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
The fact that you're saying he's taking methadone for pain medication, is that directly from your client and his wife, or is that from a doctor?
Well, for now, because I've only been on this case for about 10 days, Your Honor, maybe 12 days at the most. And so that is the information I have gotten from my client, Your Honor. But I as an attachment to the motion, Your Honor, I did attach a picture of the bottle, which shows that he's prescribed, and the way they prescribe it, or dispense it, I'm sorry, is that he's supposed to appear daily, because since it can lead to an abuse problem. And so he receives it daily, with the exception on Saturday, I believe he receives a Saturday and Sunday dose on Saturday, but it's managed by them. And Your Honor, if I can understand, if this was a complete disregard of the court's order to appear, and I understand that there is some history of non-appearance on the court jacket. I'm not trying to ignore that, Your Honor. But if this was an intentional non-appearance, I can understand that. But Your Honor, he's being punished and for not even knowing that he was supposed to appear in court, Your Honor.
Here's the thing. We don't know what he knew, but let me just tell you what's in the jacket. What's in the jacket is September 1st, 2020, he was a no-show. Then on October 21st, it was recalled to the October 22nd. He was a no-show. December 15th, he was a no-show. Then on February 10th, defendant, it states, recently released from Bexar County Jail, defense attorney unable to contact for hearing. So it was to be recalled for February 16th for a hearing on his pretrial violation report. Then it was recalled to February 24th, and he was still a no-show.
Yes, Your Honor, and that's what I'm seeing on the jacket also, Your Honor, and I'm not disputing what's on the jacket, Your Honor. The issue I am concerned about is that due to the extraordinary circumstances of the weather, I know that the setting that was set during the bad weather was canceled, and I think there was some uncertainty even on the court's part about what it was going to do with cases and when they were going to be reset or recalled.
Let me just stop you there. There was no uncertainty from the 187th District Court about what was going to be happening in the 187th District Court. But your attorney, his prior attorney, came into court and stated he had been trying to reach his client. So what I can tell you right now, the court is not inclined to reinstate the bond.
Okay, Your Honor, and I understand that, Your Honor, and that's why we've also made a request to set a bond, a reasonable bond, in conjunction with it. And I know that the court had wanted to, after the non-appearance for the 24th, I believe it was my understanding from Mr. Rodriguez that the court had wanted a written motion and wanted his appearance before the court. And so, if I'm willing to let him testify as to the specific issues around the conditions if the court wants to hear that, Your Honor. As far as reinstating the bond, I know that I heard what you already said, Your Honor, but I do want to address that. There has been conversations.
Let me ask you this. Have you conferred with the state on a bond amount?
No, I have not, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll stop the hearing. You can confer with the state, and if you all have an agreement, I'll consider it. If you can't come to the agreement, then I'll make a ruling.
Okay, Your Honor. So
right.
I guess just for the sake of my conversations with the prosecutor, you're not willing to reinstate the bond, but you'll agree to set it to an amount.
I will not reinstate the bond at its previous amount.
Okay, Your Honor. That's why I just wanted to clarify for our discussions.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor.
A few moments later.
George Dunbar, you say you have an agreement.
Yeah, Judge. I conferred with the prosecutor, and I don't recall his name. Well,
that's hurtful to them, probably.
I'm sorry?
I said that's probably hurtful to them. You don't remember their name?
It's Friday, Your Honor. But you had asked us to confer. We had reached an agreement of a $40,000 bond, Your Honor. I understand. Okay. And
all right. And what is I'll follow your agreement. And Mr. Gonzalez, where are you? You need to unmute.
I'm here, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, Your
You're going to
Honor.
be back on GPS. And let me explain something to you. I received a 4th violation report for your GPS. I don't want to receive a 5th. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I apologize.
And when you're on GPS doesn't mean you get to travel wherever you want to go. You understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
If you do not follow the rules, we're going to be right back here. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I
No,
apologize.
don't apologize. Do better.
Yes,
Follow
ma'am.
the rules.
I
And
will, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, I was going to ask if you would consider waiving the GPS and also make it as a condition of his bond that he be required to appear in person in court as opposed to Zoom.
No, he can appear in person or everybody here, I always tell them, they can appear in person or on Zoom. Mr. Gonzalez just chose not to appear at all.
I didn't know,
And
Your
I
Honor.
am not taking him off the GPS because he hasn't appeared for like 3 or 4 times. No, you're going to remain on GPS. Do you understand?
Your Honor.
Would you consider waiving the fees for the GPS though?
The fees have always been
They've
waived
always
by
been.
me. And Norma, let's give Mr. Gonzalez a reset right now. And Brenda, we're going to go on the record so nobody can come in and say that Mr. Gonzalez didn't know his new court date.
And that's what I was going to suggest also, Your Honor, is that we go on the record so that
We're about to right now. The court is calling 2019 CR 9380, State of Texas versus Ramsey Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the state,
Joey Garcia for the state.
for the defense?
George Dombart for the defendant.
All right, Norma, on Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes,
set
ma'am.
him on this case for the first week in April and put it on an in-person day.
Oh, Judge, in the system, it was already set for March 22nd. Do you want me to just change it?
Yes, change it to the first week in April.
April 7th.
All right, that's April 7th, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes,
It's at
ma'am,
9
Your
a.m. You can appear by Zoom or you can appear in the courtroom. It's the 187 District Court, 300 De La Rosa, 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And he is still going to be on GPS.
Your Honor. May I speak, Your Honor?
Does your attorney want you to speak?
Not a good idea.
Your Honor, that's fine. Just going on the record, I'm reiterating that his case has been reset to April the 7th. I just want to also go on the record that I only represent him for this assault case. And so I'm not aware of what other settings he may or may not have if on any other cases. I believe they're both pre-indictment cases, but I just wanted to clarify that. So, but for the assault, it's the assault second case is what's set for April the 7th, Your Honor.
What I can tell you is all of the other cases are going to appear on that day as well. So whoever his attorney is on those other cases will show up.
That's fine, Your Honor. I just wanted to go on the record that I'm just, that he's receiving notice on the record and that so that there's no confusion about the April 7th date for this case.
All right, with that, closing the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
All right. have a
Thank
good
you, Your Honor.
have a
Norman,
good
you
week,
can let
Your
them
Honor.
know that he can go back.
Yes, ma'am.
God bless you, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
I'll accept your God bless you, but let me explain something to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't try to give me flowery statements. Just do what you're supposed to do. If
I
you're
will,
supposed to report, report.
Yes, Your Honor. I will.
All right, John Fox.
Yes, ma'am. I think we've worked something out, Your Honor. I
8
need to.
a.m. So yes, I deserve to take a 5-minute break.
I didn't understand. Hello? All I want to do is enter a plea of not